Okay, so we've got the battery out now, disconnected both the positive and negative cables, disconnected both the rear and front pisher plugs, and for convenience I disconnected the right hand pisher pump tube to get it up and out of the way easier. Make sure when you do that you get it up at an angle so the fluid isn't just sitting at that pump, otherwise it'll just keep losing out. And you can see our spark plug wires right here, both come out of there. Now, if you can see that down in there, it doesn't look like you can. When you look down in there, you'll know these are bad because you'll see oil pooling around those grommets right there on the spark plug tubes. You can kind of see that one, how there's just kind of oil pooling right there. And that's not good. It means those are nice and hard. Like I said, there's 5 valve cover bolts. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 are on the bottom. Here's that clip I was talking about on the other side. That's just a pinch style clip. Just pinch it, scoot it up, pull off your PCV hose. And on this side, the only thing that's really different is the oil fill tube, which is just 2 10 millimeters right down there. You can see that one, and one on the other side right there. You just pop both those out and this comes right out. It should have a gasket on it, and this is one of those rare instances where reusing a gasket is fine. This doesn't hold any pressure in it. Even when the engine's running, there's not really a big concern of oil leak back, as the oil flows down the head and not across it. So yeah, I'm going to get those 5 bolts out, and then I'll show you an easy way to pull it out without having to wedge it around everything. And as well, on this side there is no timing cover bolt. There's a little space there, so you don't have to worry about undoing anything like that. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward from here. Now, something probably should have mentioned, this is significantly made easier by using a 1/4" drive 10mm socket. Using the 3/8 is a bit large and doesn't seem to fit very well. I'm really only able to do the top 2 and sometimes the middle one, depending on which side it is. This side it's a lot harder to get the middle one with a ratchet, so I'm resorting to a 10mm wrench for the bottom 2. The ratchet won't fit down there well. The middle one. Also, don't confuse which valve cover studs you're putting back into which holes. Again, the top 2 are a different length than the bottom 3. The bottom 3 are all the same length. So, yeah. Another helpful tip might be, sometimes you're going to be dropping these tools down there. Since you're doing the valve covers, oil is going to come out of the head. Not a whole lot, but a little bit's going to drip out. Something that was nice to do if you have it is this underbrush guard here. You just take it off. It's 2 volts at the front and I believe 3 at the back. I'm not a big fan of them. I usually just take them off and keep them off, but as this is not my car, I haven't. They're just really useful for getting pools of oil on them, dropping your tools in them, and then having tools soaked in oil. Makes it easier to get tools that bounce to the bottom. They drop if it's not there. Just grab it off the ground. Yeah. So now I've got all the bolts off and everything removed from the valve cover itself. The most challenging one was that bottom firewall side bolt there. It's kind of a really tight spot and a bit of a struggle to get out. Try not to get frustrated if you keep dropping your tools or if it's just not budging. Keep working on it, it'll come off. So now we just kind of slide valve cover back. Try your best to keep your hands out of the valve cover area as much as you can, seeing as how it's nearly impossible.